Right, lads.
Oh, it's just horrible.
This is... I struggled with this big time.
I hate this.
I think so. I'm a generational hater.
Yeah, you are. We're going to be doing our overrated World 11. Now, obviously, we all watch a lot of world football outside of the Premier League, don't we, guys?
We should specify. We should specify. We're not saying these players are bad. We're saying that they can still be excellent and overrated.
About a few.
Yeah. But they have to be rated for them to be overrated.
That's very true.
Them,
they have to be in the public eye of being good.
Have you got any West Brom players in your team?
No.
I've got like some of the world's best renowned
underrated.
players in here.
Nobody rates.
Of course,
like,
they have to be.
Yeah.
If they're renowned as being the best in the world and you don't think that,
Thoughts on Ronaldo
These are
going
gonna
in the
get taken
quarters,
out of
semis and finals of
context.
the Nations League?
he's 100% got him in for sure.
These are going to get taken out of context on Twitter.
Has, so.
You can't have Ronaldo in an overrated World 11.
You can't tell me what I want to do.
He's 40 years old.
Why are you already defending him before I've even said my
He's
list?
not even mentioned it.
No,
Not even mentioned it.
I know he has.
You have no idea what's going on.
I'm quite happy with my front three, actually.
I'm dreading
You go first then, because
Dreading this.
you can just
Get mine out of the way.
You're better at absorbing hate than everyone else. So
I actually am okay with this. I've got.
I'm more than happy with mine.
In goal, I've got Martinez.
Yes.
He constantly gets called the best keeper in the world.
He's got the Golden Glove, mate.
Like, what the fuck?
Because he's a shit.
man.
Because he's a shit.
Is that universal keeper?
Yeah, we all have him.
Wow.
Well done.
Okay, fair enough.
I still like.
We
him,
actually know ball for everyone that thinks otherwise.
Right back.
Now, no. By the way, I know you said the people here we're saying are actually good.
He is
but
good.
He's shit. He's fucking
Did you see his
wank.
red card on the final day?
Shit.
That was bad. Yeah.
Dum-dum.
Against United.
He might be signed for that.
This one, I don't know if I agree. I agree and I don't agree
You
with
don't
myself.
agree with your own list.
Yeah,
Here we
because
go.
I think going forward he's great, but I'm
Yeah.
just not too sure about him as an overall. Pedro Porro. I think defensively, I think
don't
he
mind
lets
that.
himself down too
Yeah, I
much.
don't mind that.
Centre backs, I've got Fofana. He's meant to be this generational like £80 million defender.
Can't stay
isn't
fit,
it?
can he?
He just can't he's just.
I don't mind that either, even when he's playing.
I actually
Slightly.
completely
And then-
forgot about
even when he's
Fofana.
playing for Chelsea,
I forgot about
He's meant to be this he's meant to start every game. They bought him to start every game.
Yeah, I know, but
they
didn't
snapped his
he?
leg.
No,
broke his leg,
when he
didn't
has
That is a bit
when he
odd.
has
I
played.
do agree with you on that.
I forgot he existed.
he hasn't been great.
I
when he's
probably
played.
forgot.
And then the other one, Lil Martinez at United. He's meant to be like
Lil.
United.
I don't mind that either. I don't mind
I
that.
don't know if he's rated that
He's
high.
rated-
He is.
He's Man United's,
United
like,
fans
best
think
centre-back.
he's fucking
Yeah,
Bobby
but
Moore.
There's
Yeah.
a nickname.
They
mate.
don't have much to
They got
choose
a
from.
fucking nickname.
The Butcher.
If you're watching Man United, they don't have much to root for. They have to cling to something, don't they?
He's so fucking bang average, mate.
I don't dig
Left
it,
back,
yeah.
I got a right back. You can play left back. Rico Lewis.
Well, football's gone
he just
well,
He hasn't. He hasn't. I
play
thought.
half the Premier League.
You know, last season, but season
Premier
before.
League overrated. 11.
Brilliant.
No, it gets different. I'm watching more Premier League.
Yeah.
Rico Lewis, I think, has the potential, but I thought this season he would go on to start every single game, but he hasn't. He hasn't. I thought he'd become this world beater right back. He'd be like the next
He's had
Kyle
to play
Walker.
without Rodri. I think that's a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think he has the talent that he doesn't necessarily need a Rodri in his team.
No.
As in,
Pep's
like,
tried
at
to
right
play-
back. I
Pep's
know you've
tried
got
to play
different
him instead
systems.
of
Yeah, but that's
Rodri,
underperforming. They're not overrated.
Maybe you're right, yeah. But I think he's
I think
he's
defenders
still
was
got a
the
lot to
hardest.
go. They're the last ones to put in, yeah.
It's
I think
so
Rico Lewis
hard.
has a lot to do, a lot more he can give. If that makes. But that's also harsh because he's so young.
I don't mind it. Carry on.
Midfield 3, Matthias Nunes at City. Just like
like that,
find a
actually.
position, mate.
Damn.
Find your position, mate.
Could have put him.
Said
Could have
he's
put him
not-
at right
Pep
back.
said he's not smart enough to play midfield.
Yeah, how mad that
Right
is.
back.
He actually
Imagine
did.
the man who calls you
His
thick.
name
He
right
actually did all
Yeah.
right back, to be fair. to him.
Midfield 3, Bissouma. We already talked about him earlier in the
Ooh,
show.
okay.
And Jaden
we pick someone
Wait,
outside
have you
of the Premier
picked
League.
anyone else outside of the
Me.
Preds?
Jaden Sancho.
So it's a full Premier League.
it's
11.
a
No,
World
I've got,
11.
I've got players coming up, mate.
Sancho's not
If-
rated.
If 10
He
out
is.
of the 11 are from the Premier League,
He was 5 years ago. I
what's
got
the Premier
cooked
League?
when I said that was a bad signing years ago.
He
But
needs to beat his man. He can't beat a
Here's
man.
I
where
told
things
ya.
get different. Different forwards. Front 3, I've got Endrick.
wait, so you've got two midfielders and one of them Sancho.
yeah.
No, I've got 3 midfielders.
Who?
Nunes, Bissouma, Sancho.
Sancho's playing centre mid.
Fuck it.
Oh, fair enough. Go on.
Front 3, I've got Endrick. I know he's
No,
only,
I don't mind that.
I know he's
actually.
only 18.
I don't mind
I
that.
know he's
Seen one
only
of those
18, but we're talking about like the next Pele here.
Bobby.
Okay, he
Although,
isn't
in fairness
playing,
to him,
he's not played enough games.
Vinny
player.
was shit when he first come.
I know, and I know,
He still is.
and I know he's he's so young, But I just think this season when he's played, when I've seen him, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's too.
I don't mind that. I
don't know if I'm being too harsh.
Fuck him.
But
on a child.
I know. But I just thought I'm expecting this guy to be fucking like the next Jesus Christ here. Like, come on.
Oh, gee, okay. Maybe over him.
Jesus Christ was a good footballer.
Yeah, he was good. Like
João Felix, man.
Yeah, cool.
Jesus Christ.
I had him, then took him out for someone else. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I've got him in midfield.
He's gone. What's his overall like prices?
I just feel like he's not that rated anymore.
I don't think he's rated.
Chelsea signed.
Like him and Sancho, I think they're past. People have accepted.
But how old are they though?
I think he's
how old's João Felix?
No, I think he's famous for being overpaid for. Essentially,
Yeah.
like we all like when he signed for Chelsea. It's like, what the fuck are they doing?
I think that would have been a fair shout like a year ago.
Guess how old he is?
25.
Oh,
Is he?
yeah.
Still.
That's so young.
He is shit.
Yeah.
He might do a Dembele though.
But
I don't know.
I think
but
he should.
No, he's not. He's got talent,
like when
man.
when he went to Chelsea, right? He has the talent enough to just go in there and just deliver.
Well, he showed Spurs, didn't he? Then he got sent off and got
But
banned.
that's my point. That's my point. And
This
then
one's harsh.
it's not harsh.
I've got
mate.
a couple harsh
No,
ones, mate.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
I don't
not
get.
rated.
I don't get how
He
he's
is.
rated.
I don't think
He is.
this-
He is.
Better.
Everyone always
Nasty.
says when he's in the Everton side, he makes the Everton team better. He makes it better.
Better place, mate. Better place.
He does.
Mate, didn't he get
Hang
like
on,
40 games
sorry.
without a goal?
Sorry.
Calvert-Lewin overrated.
I don't want to be that guy.
He always
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I don't rate
Drinking time.
I don't want to be that guy
Drinking
picking
time.
on you, but your world 11 of overrated players
Calvert-Lewin.
is 10 Premier League players and a child from La Liga.
Well, 9.
Who's the other one?
Hendrick and João Felix.
Yeah, you've got 9
okay,
Premier League
yeah.
players, which is a bit.
Alright.
You haven't really
Well,
brought
at least
the
I hold
horizons.
my hands up and say I don't really watch world football.
Calvert-Lewin.
I can't wait to hear your list.
Oh, my list is terrible. I'm terrified to say my list.
Any
if I'm honest.
Bologna players in there? Calvert-Lewin's a crazy shit.
Calvert-Lewin's
I just
so
thought,
harsh.
like,
He's leaving on
everyone
a
al-
free.
I've got Billy Sharp.
He's literally leaving. He's leaving on a free.
I just thought everyone always, but you know how everyone bangs
No
on-
one rates
No one
Calvert-Lewin.
bangs on about
I
him.
don't rate him. Someone rates him.
They
Therefore, he
don't.
means he's still overrated.
Beto plays over him. That's how
Yeah.
shitty
I
he
don't
is.
get how Calvert. Can I
Well,
go?
I'll
'Cause I
take
don't
10
want
out of
to,
11 good ones, so I'm on for a winner there. I can't wait for Lewis's list.
I want to get mine over with. Can I preface this?
You're an idiot.
I
Yeah,
know
we
I know it's bad, but there is logic, and I'm saying these players are
Why
good.
don't you just back your
What do you mean? You
selections?
know it's bad, but there is.
No,
logic.
my defense is a bit all over the place. I've got Martinez.
I think
Right back, I feel really harsh here.
Yeah, just be harsh, mate.
I put Trent, but I feel like that's a scapegoat. And so I just couldn't keep away. I couldn't think of a right
left
back.
back.
No, I haven't. I've
You've
just
got
put it. I've
Trent
just,
left back.
oh shit! You know, yeah. I've had to. Oh yeah, my defense is fucked. I've had
got
to put
two right backs.
I've had to put 2 right backs in because I couldn't
And
think
2
of
right
it.
backs in the
Can
other
you
squad
just
as
say
well.
your team?
I did.
Jesus.
So I've got Trent, Ruben Diaz, Upamecano, who I will stand by.
Good shout.
I'm standing by
Good
that.
That's what I was trying to think
That's
of
who I've
earlier,
got.
man.
Yeah.
Remember
he's
years
always,
ago-
he's always in a
Tom.
team of, is he good? but
Every
is he
time
good?
I see him play, he's fucking
I've been
rubbish.
following him for ages because he was like
Oh,
an
yeah.
old school like footy manager player who you
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
I don't know what he thinks he's about to cook. I used to sign him all the time on Footy Manager, and it was him and Lazaro, and Newcastle signed Lazaro once, and he was shit
How
as
did you come
well
up with Upamecano just off the top of your head?
because he's playing for Bayern Munich, hasn't really done much, and I used to sign him on Footy
Did you
Manager.
look at mine?
Well, anytime you type in most overrated players, he's the first name that comes up on Google on every single website.
How do you know?
So I did it.
He's accidentally. He thought he was
No, but
getting
you're
in.
no. I admit you're like you came up with that in your own head. You didn't Google anything.
Yes, because I used to sign him on Footy Manager.
I don't believe you for a second.
He's actually accidentally exposed
Upamecano, he's well
himself.
known. I did forget about him.
He's had a good season
He's,
this year.
he's traditionally.
He's had a good season this
no,
year.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's not a good player. Anytime I watch him play,
Yeah.
he's shit.
He's always in.
and like
He's always in the
embarrassingly
11.
shit.
He's always in the 11 of these players are good, but when you watch them, they're never good.
But he always plays like I don't know if he does
Isn't
anymore.
he?
But
He was ahead of
Saliba, yeah.
Like I'll sort of borderline with DeLitt as well, but I don't know if he's. I feel that's a bit harsh.
I've got DeLitt as well.
I didn't end going with him.
He's actually the first name I put on this.
Well, I maybe should have put him over Ruben Diaz. I put him in. I don't know why. I just felt
Just
it.
carry on.
Anyways, he's a right back, but I couldn't think of a left back, so I put Reece James left back, just purely because he hasn't
I knew
played
he was
so
gonna be
much.
in someone.
It's really
I knew it.
harsh. It is really harsh, but it's just had to pick someone.
I don't. I think that's not. If that's if that's your opinion, I don't think that's that harsh on James.
I feel like if he
people
gets
do rate him very highly.
It's not his fault. Is why it's not his fault. Is the bit where it's like harsh.
Fuck him.
I went 4-2-2-2. We're playing
I've kind of done the same.
4-2-2.
No.
Bruno Fernandes in the middle.
Again, he's on those lists. He's not overrated.
Bruno's not.
Bruno's not overrated.
My
No, but
logic
he's on
could-
the overrated 11 lists, mate.
Lads, maybe because I'm saying a popular opinion, like maybe a
Yeah.
few might pop up. The reason I say Bruno Fernandes, he is really good, but to the stature that we hold him, you'd think he would have been poached by a bigger team. You know what I mean?
He's playing for the biggest team in the country.
Yeah.
He was also Man United's best player this season.
On,
you look at
also, you were literally saying the other week, without him, they would have been relegated. He's the only one who does anything.
This again, he is brilliant. I'm not saying he's not brilliant. Like, obviously,
So how's he overrated if he's brilliant?
He spent his prime years at a Man United team that's underperforming, and he's not
winning trophies.
But he hasn't.
but
he hasn't underperformed.
Do you not think Bruno Fernandes could go to a bigger club and achieve
name a bigger club?
Exactly. Why is no bigger club poached him?
Because there's only 2 in the world.
He's literally the biggest club in England.
A more successful club, but a club
this
that's
is
not
not the most
successful.
Okay, well,
Jesus.
He's at a team that isn't performing at the highest level, yes?
Yes.
Hang on. That doesn't make him overrated. That makes his teammates underperforming.
I agree that he's really good, but why is no one making a move for him? Why is lads? It's a hard list. I understand this.
The biggest team in England.
But they did. The Saudi League have come in for him. They've tried to give him all the money in the world.
Saudi League.
I remember him literally
There's no team he'd leave
There's
to.
Real Madrid, there's Barca's.
Madrid don't need him, neither do Barca.
So what's it? He's going to just sit and
He's the
play in
captain
middle
of
table.
He's the
Manchester
captain
United
of the biggest club in England.
and the best
Achieving
player,
nothing.
the best performing player.
He's
What are you on about?
he's not reaching his potential.
How
there.
can
That is
He's
crazy.
won more. He's
That
won
is
more at
crazy.
Man United than Newcastle have won in their history.
I agree.
So what you mean he's achieving
It's a
nothing?
fact. You have to agree with it.
But I'm saying
I don't
Bruno,
think it's a fact,
it's not a fact.
Also,
Bruno Fernandes could go
but
to
how
a
can-
team who's competing at a higher level, and he could be winning
He's
more.
trying to get them back there.
But how can the
job.
best, literally the best player at a football club, who's had the best season,
don't
the
know,
best
it's-
stats, be overrated?
It can't be. If
By the way,
anything, he's underrated.
Bruno Fernandes has a bit of an off season this year as well, anyways.
If anything,
and
he
it's
should-
not hard to be Man United's best player, and I agree, he is a very good player. This is why this list is
If
hard.
anything, he should be underrated.
Anyway, well, if you don't like that, you're not going to like this one.
Because you saw Bruno
This one,
Fernandes'
he is
list,
fucking
mate.
class. I put Ford in there purely because the similar reason.
Is that on there as well?
I mean,
I don't mind the Foden.
I mean,
shout.
a lot of them are
he's
going to be on this
overrated,
list.
though.
I think that
underperformed
Foden one's
for the
harsh
season.
because
He was Premier
League player of the season. Just because he's had an off season
Yeah,
doesn't mean he's
exactly.
overrated. Do you know what I mean?
I know, I get it is
we're
harsh.
talking Phil Foden here.
It is
I know,
harsh,
but-
and it's
but
not necessarily
he's
last season. It is.
He was burnt. I think being burnt out and needing like an off season doesn't make you overrated.
I'm not saying- I
hang
never said
on.
that's what it is.
But it does when people want to put him in conversations of one of the best players in the world or that type of level.
Doing that.
If you want-
They were though.
Yeah, but they did at the time when he was playing. They're not doing it now.
No, the reason I put him in
Do you see
is
what I mean?
if you are one
At
of
the
the
time, it was deserved.
But now he can't even get in the England team.
But
That's
That's
what
my
I'm
point.
saying. I'm saying if you're one of the best players in the world, mate, and you can't get into your national team,
But Luke-
you need to nail down what are you good at? Where is your position now?
I hear your point.
That's out of his control.
I hear your point. I hear your point. But those conversations were happening when he was playing.
Yeah.
They're not. These conversations aren't happening.
But he
now.
has been playing this season. He's been poor.
Yeah, he hasn't had a good season.
He's played- how
went from
many
player of the
games
year.
has he played?
He hasn't had a good year.
Do you know?
He hasn't had a
He's
good
He
played.
hasn't had a good year.
I think we're just confusing overrated and underperforming.
No, but this is the thing because he's clearly fucking brilliant, but it's like for where he's held as one of the best players in the world.
28
Does
games,
he
Having off the bench, though.
does he return those results?
We'll see next year.
Maybe so, and he's obviously class. It's a very hard list to do.
Overrated though,
I think you can allow him one off season with.
mate.
But this is the thing with these lists. It's like he's held to such a high standard, so
Yeah, of
it is
course.
gonna
You have
he's
to.
still like obviously like an unbelievable player.
I'm
But it's like, do you
expecting to
put him in that echelon
couple
of the best
that
players in the
anyway.
world right now?
Not right now.
Not
No.
currently, no.
Oh, I guess he's not overrated. I feel like the overall conception is he is
Well,
up
if-
there.
well,
I
if
feel
that-
like when you say Phil
If
Foden,
that was because if that was the case, we'd have all had him in our Club World Cup.
yeah.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
I'll just fucking shoot myself.
Shit yourself.
Right. Okay, I've got Mbappe because he's just, as I say, he's just a Dama Traore. He can fuck off.
Lou, you don't mean that.
I
He
do.
hates him though.
He's
He's
can't
got the
stand
most
him.
It's a
goals in a
consistent
first
agenda.
season
By the way,
ever
if
at
you
Real
don't come
Madrid.
to my defense here, because 2 weeks ago you were fucking
Mbappe-
aggressive.
I
He's
do
not
think
overrated.
he's slightly overrated.
He is
because
overrated.
I don't think he should be in conversations of being the best player in the world. Because I don't think he is.
You don't think he should be in conversation? You
should
can.
never
No,
win.
sorry, no, that's not fair.
Tom.
No, like conversations of like, I don't know how to word it. Conversation like. I personally think he's got the Ronaldo gene of he's a brilliant
He's athletic.
player. He's great. He'll get you the numbers. I do think he can be a detriment to teams because of his attitude and his ego.
I don't agree with that.
Ego player.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's.
I don't
I don't think
it-
that's true.
It is.
Because how
That's
can he
just
be a
what
detriment
PSG
to a
just won
team and win a
without
World Cup?
PSG just won without
Yeah,
him.
no, but that was how long
How
ago
can he be a
was that?
detriment to a team and being 2 World Cup finals?
No,
Yeah,
but no,
I'm
he's
not-
an example. A PSG,
Like-
Dembele's came in and filled his role and done better because he's willing to press, he's willing to work hard. There's a
had a
video.
whole
There's a video.
Dembele was at-
No. Wait there. Let me finish.
The
There's a video of
entire
Luis.
team's
Let
had
me
a
finish.
revamp.
There's a video of
Oh.
Luis Enrique. He sat him down and said, "I need you to fucking work hard. I need you to do this and that." He wasn't willing to work as a team.
They're
He was
not
an
even
individual.
remotely the same
And
team.
Luis
Arsenal
Enrique-
beat that PSG
Luis
team
Enrique-
2-0 at the start of
Luis
the
Enrique
season. The
said
second half
himself-
PSG team weren't the same.
Luis
were they?
Enrique said himself he'd rather a team that scores 40 goals than one player who scores 40 goals. That's exactly goes into Mbappe.
Yeah,
He holds the overall team
I
back.
understand what you're trying to
He
say,
doesn't
but
hold the
you're
overall
trying
team
to put
back.
that.
That's such
You're trying to put that on the
such a
PSG
cheap
team. The
take.
PSG
How's
team
it
weren't even
cheap take?
remotely close to
You
the one
don't
that started
believe
the
that.
season.
This is the.
It's
this
because
is
he
the-
fucking
you're
dicked
so
you down.
up his
for
ass. Just,
no, I'm not.
You
This is Kylian Mbappe we're talking
Oh
about.
my god, I hate when he says the players' full names. When he says the full name, it's really
true, though.
It's really cringe.
It's very Fogden
Fogden.
vibe.
Yeah,
The Erling
proper.
Braut Haaland we're talking
Oh,
about.
This is
fucking
Kylian
brutal.
Leroy Mbappe.
I think he's overrated. I think he's a good player, but he can fuck off.
Yeah,
You're butthurt because he fucked you up.
You got a couple more
He
players
was
left, mate.
shit against us. He was lost against us.
I think that might be my thing with Mbappe. I've seen too many stinkers from him, like too.
Yeah.
That might just be unfortunate, but
Because
I see all his
so high
numbers. I
as
check his like you see his numbers online and great, and you see clips and that. But then I watch him and I'm like, is that's the best player? That's
then-
the player you're telling me is the best player
But
in
then
the world?
also, how many often do you watch him? You think, fucking hell, I already done that.
Yeah.
Not that often.
Oh, come on.
My next player, can we not talk about my next player? I agree, this player's fantastic. All right, I'm
Stop defending every
I'm just
pick
saying
you
the
do.
media hype behind them. We need to chill out and let the flower sprout. So I agree, he's good, and this is hard.
I might say the same.
I'm saying Yamal.
Oh, no fucking way.
fucking
I
hell.
was
No.
gonna,
No,
no.
I
He's the
understand.
best player in the world.
Nah,
He's
mate.
literally the best player in
That
the world,
is
and he's
the-
17.
I understand.
You're
I am
begging
not-
it now. You're
No,
actually
I'm
begging
not.
it.
No,
You're
no,
begging
no.
it.
Look,
I'm
in
not-
your overrated, you got Bruno Fernandes,
You're
Mbappe,
begging
and
it.
Yamal.
I'm not.
Begging
What's
it.
begging it even? What's
You're
begging it
picking
even
players
mean?
that are
begging-
at their peak of their teams.
No,
that they
you don't
play for
believe
as
that.
well.
This is the thing. I'm looking at Yamal,
How can
and
you
this
be
goes to the
overrated
media
for the-
hype. Even Ronaldo, your made baxes. It's like, can we just let him flourish? Can we stop putting this media pressure on him?
watched-
What's pressure got to do with someone being overrated?
Have you
Lads,
Do you think he's the best? Wait. Do you think he's the best player in the world?
Listen, I think it's like.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
So how's he
what do you
overrated? So how can he be overrated? By definition, there's no one better than
I
him.
don't-
No, but literally, he cannot. He's impossible
To be
It's
overrated
impossible to
because
be-
if you rate him as the best, you can't rate him any higher.
what's-
If I told you my logic, then you'd
There
shout
isn't
it at me.
any.
You'd
No,
shout at me
you're
more.
saying because of media, this and but it's rightful.
It's
he's
also-
getting all this media like
It is-
love.
Let him flourish from being the best player in the world.
What you want to
It is because
the
like,
best player in the galaxy.
all this hype, and he has the same
But
goals
it's
and
not
assists
hype.
than Murphy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
What did you just
fuck
say?
off, man.
I'm
now
saying-
you are doing
I'm
it just
saying
for...
no. I'm saying if
What
by
did he
all
say?
this,
He's
I'm
got the
not saying
same
it
assists
being
as
no.
you
are, you
Who am I
are.
supposed to put right wing?
I don't know, loads
to
of
pick
options.
someone who's overrated, I have to pick someone who's very highly rated.
Really?
Otherwise, I'm never going to fucking have someone.
There's loads.
Man.
We've all got different
Well,
players.
exactly. It's a very rough list of things. Saying,
It's not, though.
saying you're begging it. It's not like I'm saying, who's the best player in the world? Let's put him on. I was like,
Yeah,
there, I
you
was like,
know
it's
that'll
so
get a
hard to
reaction
put-
because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't want to see him.
This season, Murphy has got 14 assists. Yamal's got 21, so he doesn't have the same assists as Murphy.
No, in league.
Or league's the only bit of football he played all year.
Well,
is
that's
it?
the stat I was
Did
quoting.
you
He wasn't
wa-
playing
did-
in the Champions League.
Okay,
But-
Lewis, did you
wasn't
watch
playing in-
him?
Murphy
He
Lewis,
played in
Champions
cup
League.
competitions.
Lewis, did you
Or the
watch him in the
Euros.
last stage of the Champions League? Did you watch him in the Euros? Did you watch him in the top?
Lads,
Did you watch him? Even when they lost against Inter Milan, he was the best player on the
agree
pitch.
with
Yes,
everything
did you
you're
watch the
saying.
Inter
I
game?
agree with everything you're saying. It's a fucked list to make.
So
I don't know
what-
what you expect me to say.
No, but you're acting
you-
like there's not a million other options.
But the problem I have with this is it feels like you haven't come up with these players yourself. Because if you think Yamal's the best player in the world,
How can he be overrated?
Then it's impossible
Because
to put him
my
in
point
when
of
I-
the
when
list
I-
he's already
when I-
used.
Yeah, that's probably
Well, you
it.
could say that. See, that's an annoying argument, mate, because then it's just like, all right. What
No,
can I
no,
say?
no,
But it's
no,
not
no,
on the
no,
list.
no.
I came with these
Because by definition,
You
how
can't
can you
think he's overrated if he's the best
you
player
think
in
he's
the
the
world
best
in
player in
your
the
Because it's
world?
a hard list to make.
No,
I was looking through.
That's not an excuse.
I was looking through the right wingers, and I'm saying, well, looking at this, what he's going to become. I'm saying, let's not. He's 17. Well, all this hype behind him. He's had a fantastic season. Let's relax.
It hasn't been one season.
You're not understanding
That's
the
not
logic
logic on
here.
it.
If you think he's the best player in the
He's
world,
17.
you can't include him on an overrated list.
I understand.
No,
I agree with you.
Literally, factually. Do you know what?
I agree with you. You're not shouting on me.
So why is he in your list?
It's a fucking hard list to make.
You know
I don't know
what,
what you
Luke?
want me to say.
Really not.
Last season,
That's your opinion. For me, I thought it was a hard list.
Last
I thought it
season,
was as well.
last
It's hard.
season when he was
Yeah.
coming through and
It's
he's getting
very
all this
harsh.
hype before the
But I wouldn't
Euros,
put the person
you
I
could
think's
make
the
a
best
case
player
of
in the
what you were
world
saying.
on
'Cause he
mine.
weren't the best player in the world. Like, he was close to it.
Yeah,
but like when he was
yeah,
coming
yeah.
through, you think, fucking hell, is he going to do it or not? But he's done it again this
Now it's
season.
confirmation.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
confirmation.
yeah.
Like no, but factually right. When you're doing overrated teams or 11s, we could argue and we can bicker or say agree or disagree on every player other than the player you think's the best player in the world, because you cannot by definition think he's overrated if you think he's the best player in the world.
There is levels to being best player in the world, like you can be an even better player in the
but
world.
the person that you but you're not getting it. The person that you think is the best in the world, the person that you think is the best in the world cannot be put on an overrated level.
Nah, Reeves, don't understand. I don't think he's best.
To being the best, though.
There is. Like, Messi was the best player in the world, but he was like up here.
Reeve, he thinks he shouldn't be the best player, but he should be the even better best player in the world. That's what he thinks.
No, because Messi was the best player in the world, but Messi was like,
You're
talking about the best player of all time? Like, that's not a fair comparison.
I don't want to say it. It's a fucking year-old. I knew, like...
He's 17.
Yeah, it is.
Yamal genuinely has the possibility to try and match like Ronaldo and Messi's Ballon d'Or.
This is my logic here.
It's
like I feel like that is. I think that's mental. I do think that's mental.
Even if
17,
even if that gives you confirmation, even if that gives you confirmation of your suggestion, you think he's the best in the world. Therefore, you cannot put him on an overrated level.
I think he's the best player in the world, but I don't think this conversation on Messi. I think this conversation Messi Ronaldo. I don't think he's that.
Okay, that's
fair. That's
fair, but that isn't. But he's better at 17 than they both were.
Also,
so that's why people are saying that. They're getting excited. It's fun to think, we could have something even better.
Let's say he has a 20-year career, right? And he's 16. By the time he's 25, he could easily have 5 Ballon d'Ors.
Yes, but the competition's a bit different. Like Messi Ronaldo's, that's a very unique situation.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
I feel like it is. It is a very unique situation.
No, but with Messi Ronaldo,
no, but like the competition,
they each should have had more.
Let's say
Let's say Yamal could be a standout.
Yeah, I agree. But let's say Yamal goes on to be like Messi level. Like he is going to just win everything because of the lack of competition.
But you say that though, like the cup competition having more. Like Dembele could win it this year. He probably will win it.
He probably will.
And Mbappe's still chugging around.
I mean, lads, I don't disagree. I mean, it was a hard position to pick for me.
So you disagree with yourself?
I'm not angry. I feel like you were shouting at me as if my stick was like dug hard in the. You were shouting at me as if my stick was dug hard in the ground. It's not. I'm very happy. Look, I agree.
The argument wasn't like to do with a stick in the ground and you agreeing or disagreeing by your own point. You think he's the best player in the world. Therefore, you can't put him on an overrated list.
But I don't think he's going to be like Messi level, though.
That isn't. But
that's
a prediction of things to come. That isn't someone who's over. Right now, you're saying he's the best player in the world. So right now, he's not overrated.
Also, I sort of see your point, but that's such a harsh overraid thing.
I agree. You're shouting at a dead fish here. I'm not
can you imagine?
I understand your logic. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand the flaw in the logic.
He's put this player in. He's overrated. He can put anyone in who maybe he's not as good or whatever, but he's put in the best player. He doesn't think he's going to go on to be one of the greatest players of all time.
That is
it's a harsh list to make, though. It's a harsh list to make. My front two, I've got Ronaldo, obviously, and then Haaland.
You can't have Ronaldo.
Shall I just do mine rather than embrace it?
Lewis, he's 40.
Nah, but I just don't.
He's literally just won a trophy.
And he scored in the Nations League.
And Haaland.
Haaland?
Yeah, but you know my thoughts on Haaland. I mean, there's no point going down that road. You know my thoughts on Haaland.
Isn't he like?
He scores like a goal a game.
I would put Haaland in top 3 strikers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Where would you put him?
He's second or third.
Would you put him in top 3?
Yeah, he's second.
No, he's probably going to go 4th.
Who's
behind who?
Lewandowski, Isak, Kane.
Yeah,
put Lewandowski.
Lewandowski's still decent, but
you spoke there as if Lewandowski was a bad shot. Lewandowski's still
but he's not the same player as he was. Haaland's better.
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. We don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Right. Well, I've chosen people based off general consensus rather than my own opinion, because the people.
No, but it's both, isn't it?
No, I mean, but I haven't put my best player in the world.
Oh right, yeah.
So Emi Martinez in goal, as we all agreed. Carvajal at right back. I'm surprised
I think
he was in contention for Ballon d'Or last season.
Yeah, but he has won everything.
Yeah, but
you cannot.
Yeah.
He's won everything.
I think Carvajal's like.
I think top 10 right backs anymore.
No, but he's probably one of Real Madrid's best ever players.
He's also really
I agree with that, but I struggle with the right back.
I think that's harsh.
Also,
right now,
he's been injured this season as well.
How old is he now?
He's old.
He's getting on, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't know about that one.
Harsh. Very harsh.
It's almost as bad as Yamal.
That's the hardest in my opinion. De Ligt and Upamecano is my 2 centre backs.
Yeah.
Ferland Mendy at left back. I think he's horrendously overrated. It doesn't even play, doesn't he? It's Garcia at left back or Alaba instead now. Enzo in midfield.
I nearly went with that fat fucker, but he has been good the last few months.
But
you were defending him not just a.
Do you know what the thing is about Enzo is like? I think
you were defending him.
That's what I just said. He's been good the last few months.
I think the thing of Enzo is
blind.
Do you know all these £100 million players, right? I think majority of people realise he's not maybe worth £100 million.
That's why he's probably overrated, then, I suppose.
Yeah. But
he's a passenger. Going forwards, he will be a passenger in that midfield because it'll be Lavia, Caicedo, and Palmer now.
Could you argue that his price tag is overrated, but actually the majority of people probably see him as
he's a good player.
I have exactly, and I am going to get probably crucified for this, but only because he's now the most expensive Prem player in history, Florian Wirtz.
Oh, wow.
But
that is harsh.
He's 117 million pounds, and there's no proven reason as to whether or not.
Yeah, no, but that's not him as a player overrated.
That contributes to people rating him.
No, but he's saying there's no proven reason. Like he's doing it in the Bundesliga. It's a high standard.
But
Timo Werner did it.
How many players come from the Bundesliga and flop? That's why I'm 50-50 on it.
Was he good in the Euros? I don't know. I think he was good in the Euros.
I can't remember.
In the Musiala. Was he?
I get your logic. I do think it's like that because that's.
I only put him in because of the price tag. To be fair. And
I don't think that's crazy.
João Felix completes my midfield as well.
João Felix, yeah. It's interesting the price tag though, isn't it?
Like, it's 117 mil, man.
But who is that the club overrating? Is it
doesn't matter though.
No, I think the football market in the world overrated.
But do you not think the football market is different to people's consensus?
Well, because they've gone out and spent it. Liverpool think he's worth that.
Just because like two people at a club think he's worth that.
I don't know if it's two.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, someone's made that decision.
You think someone's spending 120 million pounds just on two people say so?
My point is, he could very well not be as good as we all expect him to be.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think he'll kick on personally, but. But at the moment, objectively speaking, 117 million pounds is a crazy amount for a guy that has no.
I get the logic in there, but you personally don't think he's overrated.
You can argue, you can make a case.
No, I do. I don't think he's worth 117 mil. For that reason alone, I think he's overrated.
You could also make the case of that is just the current market we're in.
It is. Like the money just is crazy these days. So it's like hard to hold that against him.
Not Premier League. I don't know, man.
He's doing like.
Oh, it is a risk.
It's definitely a risk.
But you also he's part of like. Almost one of the best German sides ever, led by Leverkusen, who went undefeated.
Yeah.
Did they do
undefeated,
it?
In the league, I think.
In the league.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he's part of that. So he proved
but the
it.
Bundesliga honks, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
But when
I'm going to reserve judgment for the Premier League, but that's the only price tag one that I've really included. Maybe Enzo as well. Front three, I've got Doku. I still think he's overrated. He doesn't even get game time, does he?
Though.
No, I think
people rate him.
I don't mind that.
He's just like very quick and athletic and explosive, isn't he? But
I just think
when he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad.
His end product is seriously just. I think his end product's overrated.
Yeah, he is.
He's just a good sub, I feel like.
Definitely based off the season they've just had as well. Rafael Leao. They are.
I've got him.
Milan, I don't know what's going to happen to that club. Man.
He's another one. He was supposed to be one. He was supposed to be. And when I watch him, I think. That
he was supposed to be.
Yeah, I know.
For the Ballon d'Or with everyone.
And honestly, he fights the ball half the time.
But
he's
sometimes
fucking
I watch him, I
like
think, how the hell is he sprinting through players like this?
But
you watch him long enough.
Then he leaves the ball. He's like,
how old is he? Like 24 now.
But he was supposed to be like kicking on like Yamal is, and then my final one is Osimhen.
How's he done in Turkey? Is he leaving?
Osimhen.
Chelsea linked with him as well, right?
I think he's done well in Turkey. They love him over there, from what I saw.
Who else is set for Turkey?
I think Osimhen's overrated.
I mean, another big player's off to Galatasaray now.
I mean, he went across the.
Sane, yeah.
He's just scored 26 goals in 30 games.
Mate.
He is good though. Osimhen's good. I think that's.
Go down to how much is he worth now?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but
still worth
26 goals.
70 million euros.
Christ.
I don't know. Is he?
I still think that Arsenal should go for him, but.
Yeah, that would be.
I'll take it back if he signs for Arsenal.
Is he leaving Galatasaray? Are they linked with him?
No, he's gone back to Napoli.
He was on loan.
Yeah, because they had the big fallout, and then they was it Chelsea? It fell through, so then he had to just get it.
Osimhen could be a good
signing. Osimhen.
Every time I've seen Osimhen play, I think he's like fucking sick.
I like him.
I like you to get in.
The clips that I've seen are crazy, but.
But what?
Right, so you talking
Tommy J.
Right.
No, but I don't think he's as good as everyone thinks.
Oh, mine's gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Go on then.
I'm so excited for this. Martinez as well. I've gone Frimpong at right back.
Shut up, Tom.
I think he's going to be the same as Trent, but worse. He can't defend. He's a winger. He's a winger at right back.
Isn't Bradley expected to play still and him just play further up with?
Why have they signed him then?
Yeah, but your your argument. If you're just predicting the future.
Well, no, I think right now he's a worse version of Trent who can't defend. They think they've signed this like replacement. I don't think he's that good. I think he's great going forward. So play him out wide. De Ligt and Ruben Diaz and Alphonso Davies at left back. Your best friend. Another one.
No, pause. Let him.
Another one. Just a sprint merchant who, when the ball comes over his back post, doesn't know where he is.
So harsh.
In the 10, I've got.
It's such an easy call.
It's not, mate. I don't rate him defensively. I think he's really suspect defensively. I think he's great and athletic going forward. I think he gets away with a lot because of his pace. I think he's really suspect defensively. And any time I've watched Bayern in the Champions League this year. But they attack him. Teams attack him.
That is a payoff of being.
But that's the modern. That's what you get with these modern fullbacks. You have these fullbacks for their attacking, not necessarily for their defending.
Okay, fair enough. But he's put in the same brackets as some of the best fullbacks in the world, who I think are more complete and better than him. So I don't think he's that good.
You're saying he bails himself out with his pace a lot, but is that not like it's like some people might be a slower defender?
Okay, you're confusing. I'm not arguing he's not a good player.
No, I agree.
I'm giving my reasons why I think he's overrated.
So you think?
I think he's a good player.
But
when you think. I don't think he's a great.
When you think of the
left-back.
best right backs and left backs, you ultimately think like Alphonso Davies, Frimpong, right, in the world.
I don't. That's my point. I don't. But others do.
You don't think about them.
I don't think they're the best.
Do you reckon
no.
Theo Hernandez is overrated?
Nah.
No,
he doesn't put a foot wrong.
Who do you put as like the best fullbacks in the world?
Reece James, Trent's better than Frimpong.
But I think we know that, don't we?
Well, yeah, nobody's bought in to replace Trent. Why is Frimpong the one that's annoyed you? I don't get it. How much do you watch a Frimpong?
I watch every Leverkusen game.
He's good for Holland, but they play him out wide.
But
or as a wing back.
I don't know if you're.
He was brilliant.
It almost sounds like you're saying
he played like right wing
because he's not as good as Trent. But when you make a signing to replace someone, you're not necessarily replacing. They have to be better than the replacement. You have to.
That's the idea, isn't it? Well, you sign someone to be worse.
Well, Trent's going.
Well, when you have like one of the when you do have the best like player in that position, it's always going to be a bit impossible, isn't it?
I'm not saying that. What I don't understand.
I'm saying if you have Trent, who by your opinion is like one of the best fullbacks in the world, it's going to be very hard to improve on that.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I think that's what I'm saying. My opinion, they've signed someone who's not even close.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I'm just asking. I was only asking about Alphonso. I was asking about Alphonso Davies because he gets bailed out by his pace, but that's like some people might be a better defensively but be slower. That's
the skill of his. But when we're talking about the best players in the world in certain positions,
I got you.
They don't have to rely on just pace and athleticism. I think he's very suspect defensively. That's just like I said. I don't watch Bundesliga every week, but when I've seen him, I think he is suspect. Midfield, Odegaard, obviously, I think you know.
I knew that.
And then,
I didn't think of it.
And then
I knew it was coming.
I've got both Job and Jude Bellingham alongside.
Oh my God! Come on.
Again,
I considered Jude.
Job I like, but.
Yeah. Job is honestly. I actually feel sorry for the kid. I think he should have stayed at Sunderland. I think that would have been a good pro. People are thinking he's as good as his brother, and he's
got
not.
40 million as well.
35, something like that. Yeah, but
you could argue that.
I think they're both very similar. I think Jude's more skilled, and I think he's a lot better than his brother, especially at the same age. And I'm sorry, I just don't think Job is good enough to play for Dortmund.
You know, his move to Dortmund though is. You know how it benefited Jude because he's away from the British media. And do you not think that could also benefit Joe?
No, because now he's walking into his
nowhere near the level Jude was.
He's not going to live up to the Bellingham that they are used to seeing.
The problem is he's no longer him copying the pathway.
It's not a good idea.
Yes, it's actually worse.
Should have gone to Leverkusen.
And it's going to be worse in Germany because they've had that. So
you're
not as good as your brother. You're not as good as your brother. You're in the exact same team.
And then Jude, look, Jude. Just to clarify, Jude is a brilliant footballer and he's one of England's best players. I don't think he's as good as people put him in like best in the world conversations. I personally don't think he's even on that level. That's just my personal opinion. I think he's quite limited technically. I think he's mentally one of the strongest players in England. I think he's athletically he's built like a fucking brick shithouse. I like him for England in my team because I think he's the type of player. He's a winner and a lot. But I just think if we're talking about the upper echelons of footballers, he isn't in the world, in my opinion.
Did you put him in your World 11 team?
No. Absolutely.
You didn't.
You put him in like your best midfielders in the world?
No.
He's not going to just
definitely did.
I
reckon we can find it. We'll find it. We'll do some research.
Why would I? You know my opinions of Jude.
You sort of went reverse on that at one point, though. So.
No, okay, genuinely, my thing.
Yeah, the variety bit.
But you know when you think like.
No, the reason I try and I don't like saying this about Jude.
I put him in.
I just don't think he's as good as everyone else makes him out to be. That's all my point is. I still think he's brilliant. Yeah. I still think he's brilliant, and I do feel like I'm shitting on my own doorstep because of where he's from, and I feel harsh saying it. And I do really, really rate Jude. I think he's great, and for his age, he's amazing what he's done at Madrid and that. But
backtracking a little bit here.
No, I'm not, because I'm standing by the fact he's great. I just don't think he's in conversation. I don't think he should be in conversations of best in the world. I don't think he's close to that.
But I don't think he is. I don't disagree with your. I agree with your level, your assessment of his level. I just don't know if everyone else has it.
I hear people say when he finishes his career, Jude Bellingham will be England's best ever player. I'll throw up if that's the case.
Why?
Because he's not like you think he's a better footballer than like a Rooney or a Garratt.
But again, that's similar to my. I'm not defending him.
But this is my point. I don't think he is. That's just my opinion.
He's not better than Rooney at his age.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
But he's close.
No, but that's also people are saying no. That's we've had discussions about is Jude better at that age than Owen and Rooney was, and I've always said no. I don't. Maybe it's a me problem. Maybe what I see isn't what everyone else is apparently seeing. But when his last minute goals dry up, or when he's not in the game or involved in it, he's not there. They do though. Theo, they have all season.
No, I didn't hear what I said. His last minute goal said, "What if they don't dry up?"
But they have. I've just said they have.
Have they?
Yes.
But do you not think though, like? You said
he was rubbish. Theo, he was rubbish in the Champions League when they needed him the most, and he doing all the press conferences about, we're going to get it back. He was nowhere to be seen. Declan Rice bullied him.
But I agree with that. But when you said he's not even close to a conversation of being.
No, again, I hate when you put words in my mouth. I said I don't think he should be in conversations of best players in the world.
That's exactly what you said. We can play the tape if you don't believe me.
I don't think he. I don't say there's like a level of the best in the world. Then like. Definitely world class and then like really good. I think he's in like the really good section, but people put him in like best in the world and definitely world class. I don't think he's world class. That's just my opinion.
Who's a player if you'd compare his level? Like who's a player who you'd put on his level?
I think Declan Rice is a better player than Bellingham.
I agree. So who's on?
But I don't think Rice is put above.
But who's on like Bellingham's sort of level? I know it's hard to say.
I think Palmer's a better player than Bellingham. I don't know if I want to say this.
Go on, say it. Go on, back yourself.
Back yourself. If you believe it, say
I think Morgan Rogers is a better player than Jude Bellingham.
That's fucking crazy.
I do. I just do.
Now we're cooking.
I just do. I'm sorry I do. I'm sorry I do. I'm sorry I do.
Yes. But the comments won't cook him. They'll only get me.
I'm sorry I do. When I watched it, skill for skill, like and just as a player, I think Rodgers is a better player than Bellingham. I think he's close, but I think he's better, or he's at least at that level. In my opinion,
that's like Bellingham's sort of thing.
That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not seeing things other people see.
So you think Rodgers is world class now?
No, I've just said Bellingham's
he's saying that's Bellingham's level, and then there's players.
No, but he said Rodgers is better than. So they're both on the same.
I said that's about.
Okay. I was just trying to establish
Rodgers is better though. He does think Rodgers is better, but they're in the same bracket.
Got you. Just a bit further up the bracket.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
So if
it's like a pyramid.
If they're here on their. When you put them great.
Very good.
Very good. Who's above Rodgers and Bellingham?
What, in England?
In the 10 role,
Say more players who are better than
No. Not in England. No, Tom, not in England. The world football.
Go on.
Let me think of players.
Say some funny ones.
Well, like in the exact same position.
Well, like you know how.
What are we classing him as a 10 or
just a 10 overall?
Like Yamal's players like that.
No, we'll put Rodgers in the 10 as well.
Yeah. Okay. You put me on the spot. I think Musiala's better than Bellingham.
Yeah, keep going.
Why have I now got to do a list of
I'm just
off the top of my head?
I'm really interested.
Also, I'm not sure if Jude is going to continue as a 10.
Is Bruno Fernandes better than him?
Dan Jude?
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Go on, do it.
I'm asking.
Come on, it's your opinion. You can back your own opinion.
He's a 10.
Yeah.
You back your own opinion.
I'd rather have Bruno Fernandes in my team than Jude Bellingham.
Who'd you rather over Morgan Rogers or Bruno Fernandes?
Bruno.
So you got Bruno, Morgan Rogers, Bellingham.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're back in the game now. Bruno's overrated.
Look.
You've actually proven my point. You proven my point about Bruno being overrated. You just said he's better than Bellingham.
But I'm not saying they're world beaters.
Overrated.
Well, yeah, you are. It's exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm not. Do you listen to anything I ever say?
If Bellingham and Rodgers are here, yeah, and then
they're in
great,
the same
and then the one above it, is like world class.
You forced me to put one above the other.
Bruno Fernandes in world class, and then you've got.
See, no, here we go. This is how limited your brain is.
No,
so you can have.
It's what he's saying.
No, you can have.
It's literally what he's saying.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
It is, guys. Are you hearing the same thing?
So do you know earlier when you said when I said I think Morgan Rodgers is better than Bellingham, right? In that 10 role.
I remember you saying that. Yes.
Yeah. And when I said Bellingham's not world class.
Yeah.
That doesn't make Rodgers world class. Just because you're better than you can be in this. So Bruno Fernandes isn't on a different bracket. He can be in the same bracket but better.
Oh, see, we're still in the same bracket.
We're
still in the good bracket, not the great bracket. Oh, the very good bracket.
There's actually no world class players.
I got a question.
So are they in the very good or great?
Who's
either? Who's same thing?
No, it matters.
Who's better, like a prime Adam Lallana or Bellingham?
Sorry, don't try and dismiss Morgan Rodgers as like an Adam Lallana.
I'm not. By the way, Adam Lallana's good. What are you talking about?
Obviously, Bellingham's better than Lallana. I'm
trying to build El's
I don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to build El's
I personally have a higher echelons of. Not echelons. I have a higher
standard
threshold.
For what I consider like world class and best in the world. I don't think there's many in world football because I think it's more system and coach based. I don't think individually there's that many like world.
Who are on the S tier of 10s for you? I'm asking. If these three have only made very good, and there's 2 tiers.
We need to get an actual pyramid here.
There's great. There's world class, and then there's goat.
So who's?
But hang on. I don't necessarily think off the top of my head.
It's Cole Palmer on his own, isn't
I don't think I wouldn't even say Cole Palmer's like a world beater. I think he's on like the cusp of world class.
Is there anyone in there?
Have we got any players in the world?
Fucking hell, Tom.
Is anyone who's in the top?
Is there any good footballers anymore?
Cole Palmer was the best player in the world 4 months ago for it.
Yeah, that's why
and now he's only in very good.
Yes, he's dropped 2 tiers.
I genuinely think we should get a big tier which we can move.
No. Sorry, I do think Palmer's world class. I do.
All right, so he's the one below, and then who's first?
Declan Rice?
I think Declan Rice is world class. Yeah.
He's not a 10 though.
Fuck it, man. We'll put him in.
Right, okay.
Needs someone.
I think Yamal's better than him. I think Dembele's better than him. I think Doué's better than him, but they're different positions. I think
Alisson's better than him as well.
I think
anyone else is better,
but they're different positions.
You're really enjoying it. I've spoken to people about this, and
they agree with me. Anyone I speak to agrees.
They all agree with me. Yeah. Whatever you say, Tom.
I love you, Tom. You're correct.
That is what I was going to say. People disagree with me, and that's a
surprise. Speak to me.
When people disagree with you on that.
But what I think is,
then you run away.
What a weird.
I think Bellingham's like looked at as this type of like Gerrard regen and that, and I just think he's not on Gerrard's level like, as a footballer. He's just not, or even like Lampard or Scholes. I think it's harsh to put him in that bracket because then maybe I'm being nostalgic, but I just don't think he's that level in terms of quality.
I think you can see that it's just in his personality. I think that's where the comparison comes there. Like,
mentally,
I think like that's why he's compared to.
But I think he's still mega young.
He's also 20, isn't he?
It's mentality.
Yeah.
It's like
he speaks like a 30-year-old.
I think a lot of people see how good he is at his age and his mentality, and see what else is to come. I think.
Possibly, and he could end up being a world.
You assume he's older than his years because.
Agree. Yeah.
I genuinely hope he turns out to be the best player we've ever seen. I genuinely do.
He'll get the most caps for England in history, right?
But I think so, yeah. I don't know because when you start that young, mate, his knees are already battered. Where he's
only got 80 to play, and we play like 30.
That is true now with the extra game.
But I think he's got 44 caps already.
Fucking hell! He's 20.
Jesus Christ! 44 caps.
How old is he?
20.
Oh my god!
Double check that.
He's 21 now.
How's this guy? Like, isn't it mental? Just
Declan Rice is over 50, I think.
Imagine being 20 and then playing for Real Madrid.
He's got 43.
That's mental.
There you go. That's crazy. It's 120.
He's 21.
120 something.
He's soon to be 22. Oh, he's getting on a bit, guys. He's getting on a bit actually. 64. He's 26 though.
How's he got 6? That's mental.
That's half of Shilton though already.
Caps.
Yeah,
mate, he's gonna
pretty impressive.
He'll be one of the other.
Mate, well, all I'm saying is we're winning the World Cup.
He hasn't even finished his team.
I do just think in general we overrate our players. That's another thing.
I think you just overrate players who you support, though. Naturally,
but that's a very English thing to do with English players. I think that's. I
think Lewis is right. I think it's your own player.
Absolutely.
That's why I overrate every single Newcastle player.
Every Newcastle player.
Anyways, can I finish my team?
Oh god,
because you're not going to like some other.
Sorry, Bellingham.
Both Bellinghams.
Both Bellinghams and Ødegaard. More.
Morgan Rogers.
At least we know Odegaard's not in the World Cup or above.
Can we please make a new feature of every podcast we ask him which players you think?
By the way, I've got worse things in my head about certain players which I would never spout on this podcast.
Come on.
Just because I can't be arsed with weirdos. Leao and Garnacho, I've got wingers.
Garnacho's a good shout. I was thinking.
And I have gone for Mr. Purple Patch himself, Alexander Isak up front.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Don't rise to it.
He's saying I was begging it. He said I was begging it. No.
You're the one who overrates
You're begging it.
So you literally have said he's one of the, if not the best striker in the world.
He's top 3.
You've said that. You've said that on the show.
But like I said to Lewis, unless you're the best, by definition, you can be overrated.
He doesn't want this. He wants it. I mean, sorry.
Honestly, hand on heart.
I think like quoting 150 million for him when he performs for 3-4 months a year. I think he's.
That's incredibly harsh.
Ridiculously harsh.
It's not.
That's we'll leave it.
No, he does it in 3 months. And he does it for 3-4 months.
He's got you.
Look again. Alexander Isak is brilliant.
He's top 3 strikers in the world, surely.
Top 5. He's top 5.
How many goals do you have this season?
He's top 5. Maybe.
27 goals this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. How many's Chris Wood got?
Don't know.
How many's Vissa got without? How many's Isak got without penalties? And how many's
But it's not. It's more about.
19, I think
It's not only about goals, and you know that.
I know.
Tom.
I'm being pedantic.
You are being pedantic.
I do think personally he's a bit overrated with how often he goes missing.
But it's
genuinely.
like Lou said, the crop of strikers is pretty shit.
Sorry, no. Isak is spoken about like he's a world beater every week. He's not. He's really inconsistent.
Yeah,
are we actually denying that?
No,
He's not really
inconsistent.
He really is.
You're
man.
judging him. He does so much more than goals, mate. Our win percentage without Isak in the team. I mean, our goals scored without Isak in the team.
The drop
it's like
off is more fucking rabbit. Like,
it's 0.1.
No, but I think just to go back to your point earlier, I think the general crop of strikers, not every single striker is playing week in, week out, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, you're right.
He brings so much more to the team
Yes,
than
so
just
don't be
goals.
quoting 150 million for Purple Patch.
No, but I'm saying that's the current
Strikers are
market
worth
of strikers
more,
is what I'm saying.
If I don't see any Tom Garratt comments, then this whole comment section's rigged.
We know you live in the comments, lad. Get
well,
over
you're on the panel now, so
Crazy. So that's your team.
it's going to be about you anyway.
Not for long.
Mad. I mean, is that it?
Hell.
I've walked away with
I
a
think
dub.
you've had the best one again.
Yeah, I think I have. Fucking hell.
Before we go,
I had one argument, and that was Calvin, and that was
Mine's
it.
by far the best. Mine are all rated.
Mine's by far the best.
Mine are all really rated by everyone.
I'll give you.
Mine's
I'll
good.
give you credit for going outside of the Premier League.
I did.
Man. Before we
Picked on
move
a
on,
child.
can you please tell us one of those things that you couldn't be asked to say?
I
It's the
can't think off the
podcast.
top of my head, but I genuinely
Tell us one more
can't.
player who's better than Bellingham.
There's not many in his position.
Better than him.
No, but there's not many. There's not many.
Just
top
general
10s.
midfield. Enzo
What
Fernandez.
a shit
better-
pyramid that is.
Enzo Fernandez.
Who's in the pyramid? No one's
No,
on the
it's not
top.
just players in
It's
his
Morgan
position.
Rogers, Bellingham, Bruno Fernandes, and no one else.
Enzo with him.
Enzo's a completely different player.
I know, but like just general.
Bellingham's better than Enzo.
Okay.
Enzo's a tier below, surely.
He's in the good.
I just don't know where. I'm just trying to. flesh
He's
out
up
the
there,
pyramid.
I do think what will benefit him is possibly moving back to the 8. I think that might because I think he's a
better runner.
I think he's a box to box.
He needs to get on the ball and run with it.
Yeah, he's
Or just make the runs.
He needs to become- he needs to do
let
Declan Rice.
the good players put the balls in and have the ball. He can
Let
just
the
run
good players.
in between the boxes,
Straight
sliding people. That's what he can do.
Let the good.
Just make your late runs into the
Jude
box. and
Bellingham,
flick it
Real
on.
Madrid's number 5. Let the good players do the work. Lad.
Jude, mate, if you see this, I do rate you. I just think you're
Clearly, right, yeah,
This thing gets cut out the edit. You
You're
never get to
fucking
see.
mad.
Well, his brother will follow me on Instagram, so fuck him anyway.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
It's an agenda!
No, it makes sense.
No, it's not. It's genuine.
How do you know he unfollowed you? Did you check?
I checked.
Checked every day since he
Yeah, he's
followed
still
him.
following me.
Still
Oh,
following
yeah,
me.
I'm
He's still there.
No, this is years ago. I think this is before I was on pitch side. I must have said something.
Check now. Maybe he's followed you back.
Jude actually liked my pick in
It was
2016.
before.
And unfollowed you.
2017. No, you liked my pick. When I beat Joe when Joe beat me actually, but it looked like I beat him because I was standing on top of him in the boxing
When you
fight.
created boxing.
Anyways,
Better than
guys,
Martin Allen.
what a great episode. Preseason always brings up some idiocy, don't they? Make sure you rate us
That in itself is idiotic.
Rate us 5 stars on podcasts and Apple, Spotify. Don't forget to hashtag it. And ciao, ciao.